how they changed? How you changed it? Talk to me. How you changed?
I can change right now. The problem is the change. The problem is like.
You know what I was just talking about.
Yeah. The problem is.
And I follow them on YouTube.
You know, sometimes we all by ourselves.
Okay. Give me that information. You can't say you don't know like
once you know, you gotta let yourself count, right?
Brother. You said because we're by ourselves, right? He said because we're by ourselves. Watch this.
I'm saying, okay, so what? Okay, so you got a brother?
Yeah.
What if I kill your brother?
All these men right here are my brothers.
Pray for me?
Huh?
Hey, nah, if I kill your brother, are you gonna pray for me?
Pray for you to do what?
Pray for me, nigga. Pray for my forgiveness, your forgiveness, whatever. What are you gonna do?
If you were to do that,
I'm saying if I was to
change,
do that,
would you change?
What if I don't want to change after that?
Then what can I pray for?
Okay, so what the fuck? Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So this is the fucking. This is what the fuck you praying in front of.
Watch this. I'm gonna show you.
You gotta make
Ecclesiastes.
No, tell me your own thing.
Let me ask you a
Tell me your
question.
own thinking.
No.
You gotta tell me your own thinking. Like that, are you your own person?
That's what we were wrong at. We were wrong by moving on our own understanding.
I don't have any enemies. I don't have any enemies.
You don't have enemies?
I don't have enemies.
You got enemies. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
Man,
You got enemies. The problem
who's my
is
enemy?
you don't know who your enemy is, bro.
Man, y'all not
See,
even.
he mentioned enemies. The first thing you said was what I killed
What?
your
Who
brother.
are enemies?
Because you looking at
A person
your
that
brother.
don't
brother.
want
You looking at your brother as an enemy.
Right.
All right? Listen close. Watch this. I'm on 48.
I need to know answers to
Listen
things,
close. Go
though.
ahead.
You know, you
The
can't.
book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
Therefore,
This is the reason, hey, bro, this is the reason why we gotta be so.
No,
Bring it out.
no, you can't operate like that.
Brothers
You have to
talking to
tell
each other.
me
Let's go.
God's word. You
All
can't
right?
just
Look,
recite
we
the
just keep
book.
talking and talking.
All right.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Now, the Bible says you're going to serve your enemies in the want of what? Hunger, thirst? When y'all were slaves out here, right? What happened? You had to go to the slave master for food,
Right.
for water, for
Right.
clothing, right? The Lord said you're going to serve your enemies. Listen close.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of irons upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Now, when you look at a yoke of iron around thy neck, look at this.
That's a strict your
Look at
character.
this right here. Who put that yoke of iron on you?
Bring it out.
My brother, who put this yoke of iron around our people?
White man.
All right.
That's
Who did
right.
that, bro? What's your name again?
Some people, nigga.
My brother.
A lot of people.
You ain't answering the question. This man don't want to answer the question.
Right.
This man don't want to, because the white man is not his enemy. He ain't seeing it. Read it again.
There's a brainwashing.
Our people ain't do nothing like that.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Right. And who? Who they said was going to do this? Your enemy.
I don't sell
Your enemy.
dope.
What they got to do with anything?
I don't.
You're not sober, brother.
Right.
You're not sober, so you can't see your enemy.
I'm not
That's
sober,
what you don't
cool, but I
understand.
wanna do
Give me
I
Wisdom of
don't tell
Solomon
people
chapter
to
2.
drink though. I don't
You
tell
can't
people to
see,
drink
bro.
though.
It don't matter. You can't see what's
Somebody
going
always
on.
watching you.
That's why you don't know who your enemy is.
Right.
You don't understand that the school system is set up to be your enemy. You
Right.
don't know that.
I know that.
The prison system is set up for
I
you to go
know
in and
that.
be an enemy. No, you don't, because you're not sober.
I already
If you
knew
were
that.
sober,
Why
you would
are
have
you
a better
telling me what I
understanding.
don't
You'd
know?
be
How do you know what I
uplifting
know?
your people.
How do you know what I know?
Come on, bro.
How do you know what I
You
know?
talking. That's how I know. Read verse
So
1.
what? People can
Wisdom of
talk.
Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For the ungodly say,
telling me shit I
reasoning
already
with
know.
themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
So now it's telling you about what? The ungodly is now saying to themselves, hey, guess what? We're going to do us out here, right? We're going to do us out here, right? Jump to verse 11. Listen close.
That's when you go having a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of up and down.
Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
They said, let our strength be the law of justice. Why? Because the laws that they set up out here, a lot of them is for us, for our detriment.
Bring it out.
You understand what I'm saying? It's for our detriment. So this is where you get the enemy. That's why we got to be sober and vigilant to pay attention to what's going on. Right? So therefore, guess what? We're not going to get into what? Right now they're saying that you can smoke weed, that it's legal. Right?
I bet.
They have legalized it, correct?
Your brain.
They've legalized it, correct? But now what they selling in those dispensaries, is that really weed?
No.
Right.
No.
Because
Chemicals
now
to it,
Right, because now they're going to get you destroyed. That's why the Lord said to be sober.
Certain chemicals in there that cause
That's right.
mind
Don't
soul.
even if it's so-called good weed, don't deal with it. Because why? You're not going to be right in your mind. Don't get drunk because you're not going to be right in your mind. Facts. Don't shoot up
And
because
God
you're not going to
can't
be right
use you.
in your mind.
You can't use you in this
Exactly.
army. You
You
feel me?
can't bring the people back.
If
Exactly.
you want to be a frontline soldier, bro, you got to
That's right, exactly. So we got to come back. We have to come back as our people of Israelites. Where your father from?
My father, like,
My father from Texas. Your father's from Texas?
I'm about to say,
What's his nationality?
Negro.
Okay. How about you?
my father Negro, and he's from Oakland.
He's
But
from Oakland.
my grandfather, they're all from Louisiana.
Louisiana. All right. So bottom line is they're Americans, right? They so-called came in the slave trade,
Yeah.
right?
With
So
the
what?
tribe of
You're from the
Judah.
tribe of Judah. Y'all gotta understand that y'all Israelites according to this Bible.
That's right.
All right.
Amen.
Well, you had a question? You said salute.
Oh, for sure. That's why I don't want to cut my beard or nothing.
Okay.
I know you ain't
very
supposed to
good.
cut your beard.
Very
You
good.
gotta-
How about you, brother?
Basically,
I'm Puerto Rican,
You wanna
but
be
I want to know
identified?
what this mean right here.
Ephraim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Ephraim.
that was the king.
Ephraim is the father of your people, right? The father of your people is actually Joseph. He had two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, right? So the Ephraimites is the so-called Puerto Ricans, Manasseh is the so-called Cubans.
The same
All right.
Joseph that was with,
Go ahead. You got it.
you know, Jesus.
No, not that Joseph. That's
okay.
Jesus. That's Christ's father.
Okay.
This Joseph is the original Joseph, one of the 12 of the sons of Israel. All right. So your people, who's from Puerto Rico, is really the people of Ephraim.
Right.
That's
right,
our
right.
real name. What does Puerto Rico mean?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I didn't know Puerto
That's
Rico.
I know, but what does it mean?
Spanish?
It is a Spanish word, but what does it mean?
I don't know what it means. So I'm going to tell you
Oh,
straight
no.
up. I ain't going to
See?
sugarcoat it.
His
No,
brother
that's
Puerto
good.
Rican.
You see what I'm saying? It means the port of riches.
Right.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. Now, why would they name a people the port of riches?
Yeah, you know, Puerto
Because
Ricans.
when they got to that place, it was nothing but riches around.
Right.
They had diamonds, jewels, all in the ground.
Well, you're
Right.
something else.
All
And
right?
that's why they put United States made it Puerto Rico.
Because they didn't rob the place.
Right.
Right? So now Ephraim means what? You know the term Boricua?
Yeah.
What does
That's
Boricua
right.
mean?
Same thing.
No, it don't.
Oh,
What is-
it's opposite.
Boricua means brave lord.
Oh,
And
wow.
Borinquen is the land of the brave lords.
Bring it
Right?
out. I didn't know
But
that.
now let me ask you a question. Is Boricua, is that word Spanish?
Boniqua.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's Latin,
not.
ain't
It's Hebrew.
Really?
Oh.
Because that's the language that the so-called Puerto Ricans were
Tell me
speaking
something about this right here.
when the white man went there.
Oh, shit. I
So
didn't know.
Spanish is not your language.
So who are the Moors?
All right, the Moors, that's our people.
Right.
We're
right.
not Moors, though.
No, we are. That was just another name
this
for
right
the Israelites.
Bring it out.
Okay. Because technically, we're not Negroes, are we?
Yes. That's a name that
How?
was put
I
on
don't,
us.
I don't feel like we black.
How
We're
did we
not
come
black.
up
No, that's just a description.
By the man.
Right. Well, we would call that for a very long time. Give me
slave
that
trade
in
was
the
the
book of
Bible.
Acts.
What was
Watch
our
this.
title according to
Get
God?
out.
13-1.
Watch this.
Okay.
We're going to get this Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. All of these things are in the Bible, brothers. Watch this.
Yeah, I need to
It's the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Come on.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon that was called Nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul.
Heron.
So they were called
Whoa.
nigger.
Well, that's just
So
real
did
back
y'all know
then,
the
bro.
word nigger was in the Bible?
Nigger.
No.
Well,
That term,
N-I-G-E-R?
N-I-G-E-R is actually pronounced nigger.
Right.
They switched it just so people don't get offended.
Right.
But the term is active. That word is actually called. It's pronounced nigger. That's what they were called. Why? All these guys was dark skinned. All of them was black. This is our people right here, what you read about. So that's why you have all these descriptors in the Bible showing the skin colors. Why? Because in that day, the Lord knew that what? Once we went through slavery,
See that right
we
there
wasn't
in
going to
red?
be ourselves no more.
Right.
Give me that
Right.
Jeremiah 17:4. Watch this, y'all.
Ain't no other
And after that, we get
nationality,
John
man,
14:26.
on
Watch
earth.
this. Because as we came over in slavery, now remember, over in the islands where Ephraim was at, right, the so-called Puerto Ricans, they went into slavery first.
Right.
Before Mexico, they went into slavery first. A lot of the so-called Mexicans don't know that they was enslaved. They don't know that we the same people.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
That's
watch
why I don't
this.
like,
You got what I'm
that's why I don't like
talking
when
about? Yeah.
Okay,
Mexicans
go ahead.
so-called be prejudiced
What's
towards
your
black
favorite
men.
one? What's your favorite one out the whole book?
Man,
I'm just saying, just your.
I love them all, bro.
I know you do. Boo.
I'm gonna get it for you in a little while. I'm gonna let you hear it.
Well, I ain't got that much time. I was just.
You got it.
Jeremiah 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So the Lord is telling the prophet Jeremiah, you yourself, Jeremiah, you and the rest of the Israelites is going to discontinue from your heritage.
That means they lose all their benefits.
They're going to lose their understanding of who they are.
Right.
Right? When we came here to America, now we got names like Jones, Johnson, Jenkins, and
All
Rodriguez,
slave names.
Hernandez, and all those are not our names.
I know.
Right? So the Lord said you're going to discontinue from your heritage. Why? Because what? You're going to go into slavery?
So what if they're not from America? They're not black?
Go ahead.
Got to talk to him.
That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Again, I will cause you to serve your enemies. So when we forget about our heritage, now we're serving our enemies here in the Caribbean and all over the world where we went into slavery. Y'all understand that? All right. Go ahead. Give me, you got more on that?
That's what they're doing too.
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger. Which
Heard that? He said, I'm gonna make y'all serve captivity in a land that you don't know. So when we came over to the Americas, we didn't know this land. When certain other places we were enslaved, we was enslaved in China. Do you know that our people built the Great Wall of China?
Check it out.
Really?
In slavery, yes.
Oh,
Under, I want to say it was the Ming Dynasty. I could be wrong there.
that's new.
Ming Dynasty. All right, this is actual facts that you can look up.
Right.
All right, this cannot be fought against. You know what I'm saying? This is written in books.
Right.
All right, we went into slavery in all nation. That's right. We got the receipts. All right, come on.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
All right, give me John 14 and 26. Because this is how we going to get it back.
So we're cursing ourselves basically. In that
We're cursed now. But how we going to get out of the curse?
Oh, okay, I got you now.
Exactly.
I broke the curse because
We have to break the curse. Well, the Lord said, well, listen, I'm done with that, so now y'all got to return to me.
Right.
Right? So we got to keep these
all
commandments.
come together though. Literally.
Exactly.
All our
We got to
energies together.
exactly.
'Cause we all
We
here
have to
from
come
the
back
same source.
as ourselves. So no more am I
Like how the
a
Power
Puerto
Rangers
Rican.
are all, the Power Rangers are all getting a little circle and they
Exactly.
ignited.
I like
That's how
that.
we got to do it. Once we do that,
We no
then
longer
we're
Puerto
acting
Rican. We not Dominican.
We
We
are
not none of
one.
that.
Hey,
We're
brother,
Israelites. It's our family. Yes,
Whatever
sir.
y'all doing, don't stop, man.
Yes, sir.
It's the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 26. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance.
That's how come we coming back now.
Yeah.
Because now what? We got the Bible bringing all things back to our remembrance.
That's right.
Of who we are. We're the Israelites. We know what tribe we're from.
Right.
Puerto Rican, you from the tribe of Ephraim. Black American, you from the tribe of Judah. Right? You Dominican or something, you from the tribe of Simeon. You understand? So this is how we coming back to our remembrance, the understanding
What
of
about
who we are.
what about when you're a mutt? And you got
A mutt?
multiple like,
Give me numbers, chapter
like you
1.
belong to like 3 different tribes.
All right, well, I'm going to show you this. Because the Lord, he's not the author of confusion. God deals with straight commandments, bro. Real talk. All right, watch this.
It's the book of Numbers,
Devil's
chapter
alive,
1
man.
and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their poll.
Right. So you only known by the house of your father. So even though your dad, let's say your dad is from here, he black American, right? Oh, no. We don't take no money, bro. No. We don't take no money, bro. Please. Hold that, bro. Today's the Sabbath.
Hold that money. Hey,
Oh, man. Thank you.
stay right here.
Right? Come through. It's the Sabbath, bro. We don't take that. Right?
Now what that mean?
Right.
What does that mean?
Right. So now, so listen. For the Sabbath, we're gonna get to that in a minute. The Sabbath means the seventh day. Right? We're gonna jump on that right after this, right? So how we know what tribe we from is by our fathers. Right? So like you told me, your dad, your family from here, but originally they're from Louisiana, right? So they from the tribe of Judah. So your father, exactly, don't matter at all. Because right now, if you take an apple seed,
That's true though.
plant it in China,
Body, like, so.
if you put an apple seed, put it in China, what you get? Right. If you take an apple seed, put it in Russia, what you gonna get? Exactly. Put one here, what you gonna get? So the earth don't mean nothing, right?
Right.
To a degree, you understand what I'm saying,
Yes, sir,
right?
yes, sir.
All right, all praise. Now you want to know what the Sabbath is, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's
like-
get that. All right, watch this. So now, the seventh day Sabbath, right? That's the first high holy day of the Lord.
Right.
That's why we out here today and we keep the service to the Lord on this day.
Right.
Instead of the church on Sunday. You got to ask the pastor, why y'all got church on Sunday? He's not going to be able to answer you. Right? Hold on.
It ain't about the money, it's
It's
about
the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
It says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Now we're going to tell you how to keep the Sabbath day holy. Support. Watch this.
Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
You heard that? There you go. So now exactly. So you got 6 days to go work, meaning make money. So on the 7th day, meaning from Friday dark.
That's gonna
right?
That's gonna be your what's it called? Community service, basically.
Community service.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to run it like that.
For the community of God.
But watch this. But on Friday night, right? Friday dark to Saturday dark, that is the Sabbath. That's when it starts. So today it should be no buying and selling. That's how come we didn't want to take that money from the brother, right? And we generally don't take money on the street. But
that's a sin.
It ain't a sin, but I'm just saying we generally don't do it. We got an online thing. If you want to donate money, you go online. Yeah. We usually don't take money on the street, right? Yeah. But especially not today. Right. You know what I'm saying? If it's some other day and y'all want to throw it at us, okay, we might take it. But that, no. All right? Not today. Come on.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Right. So on today's day, guess what, bro? What's your name again?
Thomas.
Thomas. No working today, bro.
Right.
Is it true that it's a lost book of Thomas that's missing from the Bible?
No. There was an apostle named Thomas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the devil, the damn so-called white man, tried to say that there's a book of Thomas. Ain't no damn book of Thomas.
Okay, got you.
All right.
Divert us and
exactly. Just keep you away from reality.
Got you.
Right. So on this day, we don't work, bro. Right. So if you got a job, let's say for instance, maybe you a bus driver, right? But you might have just started the schedule of saying you got to work on the Sabbath. All right. You might have to do that, but then bring in that letter, try to reason with them, say, you know, my religious holiday. Well, they might give it to you because we got a lot of brothers that do certain type of work and their job let them live, right? So that's what we saying.
No, if they don't give it to you, you got to take it. You just got to go fight. You got to fight against it. Take it to court or whatever.
Hey. If that happens, we've had that too. But you rather stay away from that, right? You don't really want to go there. But the bottom line is to not make money on that day and don't spend no money on that day. All right, we're going to get into it.
So you can't buy food?
No, you can't buy it or sell. We're going to get into it. Watch this.
Wait, can you eat?
Yes, you can eat.
Okay.
But we're going to show you how to do it right here. Watch this. Right? Because that's the first thing brothers say, yo, so what we got to do, we can't eat. No, you can definitely eat. But what you got to do is this. On Friday, you prepare all your little meals. Because think about it. You can eat sandwiches. Yeah, you can sandwich. You can have a little cold chicken, cold fish, whatever you want.
You want that in Nehemiah 10:31?
Hell yeah. Come on.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
So it's saying if the people bring any clothing, anything to sell, like any type of business, right? Or food to sell on the Sabbath day, watch this.
That we will not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day. And that we will leave the 7th year and the exaction of every day.
Right, that we will what? We won't buy it of them on that day.
Yeah.
But like, any other day, we good.
Tomorrow, if you still got that, bro.
There you go, exactly. You see how easy it is?
Yeah.
Come on. You go ahead.
Exodus 35 and verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Right, so it says you shall kindle no fire upon the Sabbath day in your habitations. Now, when it talks about that, it's just talking about cooking. All right, it's not talking about actually lighting a fire.
Like I'm going out there trying to barbecue and then or cookout and all that.
That's exactly correct. Right, watch this. We're gonna get into it right here. Hey, says,
better eat leftovers or something.
Happy Saturday to you. Stay right here for a hot second. Come on.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake today, and seethe that ye will seethe. And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
You heard that? So bake whatever you're going to bake on Friday. So you'll have it for today. So this way you ain't got to do no cooking. You understand? So everything that you might want to eat, like that little cake you got in your hand, make sure you get that yesterday. And you make sure that's in the house. So when you're ready to come outside,
it was bought yesterday too.
You understand?
Yeah, I got
so
you.
this way you're not breaking the commandments of God. That's
Right.
not our problem, sis.
Hey, that's cool too, though. That keep me
That
spending my money.
How many churches we got, but nothing never
I was gonna
changed?
go in the store and get something too, though.
Because
Now I ain't
we
gonna do
never
it.
teach, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. We don't teach it. But now, when you come back as the Israelites, now we're going to teach y'all, thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
All right? Come on.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe that ye will seethe. And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
Right. So that's that. So as far as the Sabbath is concerned, my brother, and what? There's another important thing we got to do on the Sabbath. Give me that, the Holy Convocation, Leviticus 23. Right? We got to get together.
Okay.
We got to serve the Lord together.
Yeah, everything revolves
Right?
around unity.
Exactly. Oh, man. Excellent, bro. Give me, hold that. Give me Psalms 133 and 1. Because you in the spirit. I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying. Watch this. This is what God said. This is what God said. Because unity is the best thing that the Lord is looking for amongst his people.
That's the one that can activate us.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
And I believe once, I believe it's gonna happen one day. But I don't think I'm gonna see it.
No. You might.
You
You're looking at it right now. It's just that you haven't recognized how heavy we are. When we go to different cities and we march through them cities with a couple thousand men and all that, people saying, wait a minute, how that's happening? I'll be seeing them on the corner with 5 guys. But what? We come together for real. And that ain't even all our people. We just doing that to show y'all, hey, get with us. Right? Come on.
133 and verse 1. Psalms 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Read that again. Exactly. Read it again.
Psalms 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
You heard that? How good and pleasant it is. That's what the Lord loves to see. Give me that thing in Malachi 3:16. Watch this. Right? Exactly. When the Lord, guess what? Because when we in unity dealing with the Lord's word, that means that what? We have him there with us.
Yes, sir.
And our spirit is staying in that way. We ain't thinking about, oh, damn, let's go rob something, let's go do this. No, our mind is here. Exactly. Watch this.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 16. They that feared the Lord spake often to one another. And the Lord
Spake often one to another. Come on.
And the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name.
You heard that? So when brothers get together and discuss the Lord, right?
Okay.
And go over the scriptures and just deal with it. The Lord said he got a book of remembrance written with those men's names in it. And those sisters' names in it. So when that time comes, they're going to get to the kingdom. He's saying these people fear the Lord. They fear me. They understand. You know what I mean? And they dwell together in unity.
Right.
It's important. Right? What I had you get before. Oh, yeah, here we go. Watch this, bro.
It's the book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
A holy convocation, meaning a holy assembly. Meaning we all get together that is holy. It's good. Come on.
Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. In holy convocation ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
That's right. No matter where we at, bro, it's a Sabbath day all over the world. For people who now returning to be Israel. Give me Hebrews 10:25. Right? So so you say, I don't know, have you ever watched us online?
Yeah.
All right. Bro, you need to come see us, man. You know what I mean? Lord's will, we're going to be able to have something out here in this area.
I was like, I wanted to run it to y'all one day.
Yeah, we here, bro. We here.
And right now, it's the best time for me. Like,
Yeah. Every time is the best time. Come on.
It's the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
Right. It says not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as some other people do. They don't get together on with the holy convocation on the Sabbath. Come on.
But exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching.
Right. Because now when we get together, bro, and keep that holy assemblage, we exhorting each other to greater works.
Right.
I'm saying, bro, hey, listen. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah. Wife.
Right. You got a wife? Y'all legally married?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So now if you didn't, we would have been like, bro, you got to get married. You'd have been like, oh man, the brothers is pushing me to get married. But we're pushing you to the good works. Why? Because Christ is coming back.
Right.
Right now, you see all this stuff going on? Israel, in the Gaza Strip, all of that. This is biblical. This is biblical. We're not against the Palestinians. We're not against the Israelis.
We to our vision.
Right. What we doing, we on God's side.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? We on the Lord's side. We not on the side of the Israelis over there. We not on the side of the Palestinians. We on the side of God. And what God said is that has to happen. In order for us to receive our kingdom
You gotta
back.
get worse before it get better.
Absolutely.
Bring it out.
But let me show you
And he
something.
gives you all the tools and preparation. If you know.
But let me show you something. Let me show you something. Give me the book of Joel, chapter 3. Right? Let me show you something real quick of what's going on over there. Let me ask you a question. Whose land is that over there? That they fighting over. And Israel and Palestine is fighting over.
Holy land, right?
Huh?
It's holy land, right?
Okay, it's holy land,
Holy
but
ground.
whose land?
God.
Okay, but I'm saying according to those people there,
children of God.
because they're fighting over the land. Remember, Palestine was
Oh,
there,
yeah,
right?
I don't think it belongs to no man.
Okay, but I'm saying, let's say you said the children of God.
Okay.
Who the children of God? The
Yes,
Israelites.
Israelites.
Very good.
The 12 tribes.
Very good. Are they over there?
Yes,
Are they in the land?
I believe so.
Who? Tell me. No, hold that, and we're gonna read the Bible.
Yeah.
Right? Watch this. Go ahead. You know what I want?
Yeah, Joel.
Yeah. Watch this.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them for my people, and for my heritage Israel.
Right. So the Lord said when that time comes, He gonna bring all nations together into the valley of Jehoshaphat to do what? To fight. He said, I'm going to plead with the other nations there for my people Israel, for my heritage Israel. Now, when the Lord said He's going to plead with them, He mean He's going to put hands on them.
Right.
I'm just trying to make it clear to you. So what you're seeing right now is the beginnings and rumblings of World War III. This is what the Lord is talking about.
Right.
He's bringing all nations together to thump it out. He's not bringing them to hug them. You understand?
It's like calling everybody up and say, man, meet me at the park, man.
That's what it
Sunday
is.
at 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody show up.
That's absolutely correct. Said, I'm fighting for my heritage, Israel, who they have scattered around the nations. Are our people not put in slavery in all nations?
Bring it out.
But listen to that last part, bro. I want you to hear this last part.
Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
And He said, parted my land. So now you said it, that land over there is the Holy Land, right? Who parted the land?
Bring it out.
You just said it, man.
Exactly. Exactly. Who's in that war, bro?
All of us, all the nations.
No. Not quite yet. That's something that's gonna happen. He's talking about who's in that land now that has parted his land. What two parts is that land in? I'll make it easy for you.
Bring it out.
What two nations are over there now saying it's both their land?
Oh, Russia?
No,
Russia.
it's the Israelis,
I'm tripping, man.
right? The Israelis, the white man,
Okay.
right? And then you got the Palestinians, the
Right.
Arabs,
Right.
right?
Oh, they're not the same? They're not the same?
No, hell no, right? And they're different in what? They parted the land. They said this part is Palestine and this part is Israel.
Right.
So watch, we're gonna read this.
Palestinians, that's one, Afghanistan and all that, right?
Right, they Arabs.
Okay.
They Arabs, right?
Yeah.
So now, right, and the Israelis, they're white.
Oh,
They white people,
okay.
right? So now we're gonna read it again with that understanding. Watch this thing.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Right, so they scattered us amongst all the nations, right? Watch this. Right, look at this.
They're everywhere.
We went into slavery in every country on earth. So the Lord said they scattered us all about, and then they took our land, which is known as Israel today, right? And then they parted it for themselves.
So all that was our land?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Well, of course, you know, but Israel. This is where our people. This is our land in here. The Israel that everybody knows today, that's our land.
Right.
We got removed up out of there. In 70 AD, a war happened between the Romans and our people. We got pushed out. We went into the west coast of Africa. Then we proliferated down here to South Africa and parts up in here. All right. We don't have the other maps I would have showed you.
Was there a reason why they wanted that land?
Of course.
Like gold or something?
Everything, diamonds,
Oil
every
and all
resource
that?
imaginable. Absolutely. Every resource imaginable is in Africa.
All this shit they saying is scarce. Dude, they still finding mines of gold and shit.
Yeah, it ain't even
diamonds
so
out
much
there.
finding. It's like it's constantly
coming up.
right. That's because that's how the Lord created that place. You understand what I'm saying? But watch this. Read on.
Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
And it said they have cast lots for my people. They have bid on my people. Right? Where's that at? Right down here.
So the earth is what produced diamonds and all that.
Yeah. Hold on for a second though. The Lord said they have cast lots for my people, meaning
The chains.
no. Hey,
Auctions.
what's your name again, bro? Roy. We got Roy here. We got Roy 6'2". He's such and such such. He gonna be able to cook this for you, make this for you.
Shit. I got
Master sold to master such and such at Jerusalem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Exactly. That's why he said he has cast lots for my people. The Lord is telling you why this stuff is going on over there right now. This is God stirring it up because it's revenge time. They gotta pay for
They gotta
pay for putting us in slavery and
face that
destroying us. That's what y'all don't
What
understand.
you do, you must receive.
That slavery that we went through, God is going to recompense the whole entire world
That's right.
due to
That's
the
right.
fact of them doing what they did to us.
Right.
This is the beginning of what you're seeing over there. This is just the beginning. Come on.
That's secret revenge.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
Right. They said he ain't gave a boy for a harlot. Meaning what? Remember, they used to take our men and breed them.
Right.
Have them as breeders.
Right.
So he said he had took a boy and turned him into a harlot, making them lay with all kind of women and just having kids. Then they would take our women and lay with them, sleep with them, for wine and have parties and rape them. This is already in the Bible thousands of years before it happened, bro.
Right.
And now the Lord is showing us through these scriptures. That's what we read earlier. It said the Lord said, I'm going to bring all things back to your remembrance. So now we're going to know who we are. We're going to say, okay, this man is our enemy, the so-called white man. It's not because we want to be, because we just want to have nothing else to do, because we just, we want to hate white people. It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with what the Bible is saying.
That's right.
Come on.
And sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
So the Lord said, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? What that means, he's talking about the so-called Hamitic Africans. Now our peoples are from the continent, but we're not African. We're not the African, we're not from the Hamite line, right? Over in Africa, they're gonna let you know that you're a Bantu, meaning you're a Shemite, you're not them, right? So there's different kind of people, there's different kind of black people in Africa. And they know the difference. They'll come and talk to you about it. It's not no big deal.
It's like it's a different type of Spanish.
Right, but that's even different. I'll get to that. Come on.
And all the coasts of Palestine. Will ye,
Watch that. Read that real quick.
yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine?
And he said, in all the coast of Palestine, right? Because now he's talking about the Arabs. He said, what you got to do with it? What you got to do with me? I'm dealing with the Israelites. You Africans, you Arabs, I ain't dealing with y'all. Read.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So the Lord is saying, hey, I ain't dealing with y'all, so y'all think y'all gonna get back at me?
Bring it out.
If you think you're getting back at me by taking my children into slavery and destroying them, I'm going to swiftly and speedily come back on you. Read.
Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
You heard that? The Lord said, you took my silver and my gold. He talking about us. He ain't talking about the real silver and gold. He said, you took my silver and my gold.
And carried into your temple my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Right. Whoa. So now, this is some history that y'all know. He said the children of Judah, which is the southern kingdom of Israel. Sorry, bro. Right? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Then you have what? The children of Jerusalem, which is the children of Israel. Today y'all know them as Hispanics, right? Speaking Spanish. He said you took them, meaning the Africans and the Arabs. He said y'all took my goodly things and sold them unto the Grecians. The Greeks. What color are the Greeks? What kind of people are they? White people. Now, you have the Hamites, Africans, Arabs, sold the Israelites to the white people. What does that sound like to y'all?
Bring it out.
When did that happen in history? Y'all know?
Constitution.
Nope. This literally happened. Huh?
Slavery.
Exactly.
Right.
You had slavery, and you had the sub-Saharan slave trade, where the Arabs were selling to the so-called white man into each other, and then you had the Africans selling our people to the white people.
Right.
That's how come in the history books they put that we sold each other into slavery. That's BS.
Right.
They said that because, they all black. We could just write that in the book so they'll believe that.
Was
That
it
ain't
black
true.
slave masters?
No. Black slavery in the terms of, yes, some Africans, but in terms of our people enslaving us, no. Not on this level.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
Watch this. Come on.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
You heard that? He said, I'm going to raise them up from where you sold them. So that's why we here in America, guess what? Now you see the brothers coming up. Hey, I'm an Israelite. You're like,
Right.
Israelite, what is that? Now we go into the book. You watching it right happen right in front of your eyes. The Lord
Right.
said, I'm going to raise them up. In the place where you sold them, I'm going to raise them up.
That's right.
Even the so-called Jewish man, they know we the Israelites.
That's right.
They know. You ever see them come over and argue with us?
They just hoping that we don't find out.
Exactly.
We know, they don't want us to know.
Exactly. They just hoping that everybody looks at it and says,
That's
oh,
why they try to distract us from all this.
right,
Shit on
right.
TV.
right. That's how come when they got mad, when they got mad at Kyrie Irving,
Bring it out.
right? When he brought it out. And then they took him away. We had to press him. We went to the Barclays Center, surrounded the whole Barclays Center. We had to press them. Then that week, was he not back on the court?
Yep.
They put him right. They put his ass right because they said, "Listen, no, we don't want none of that right now." You know what I'm saying? Because the so-called Jewish man is over there controlling things in Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? But they saw that. They said, "Okay, you know what? Put him back, and we're gonna study them some more and figure it out." But trust me, they're gonna come. They're gonna come, but it just ain't the right time. The Lord ain't giving them that opportunity just yet. He got us protected for now so we can bring this out. But when that time come, bro, they're gonna come hard. They're gonna come real hard. You got more?
Yeah,
Verse 8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it.
Right. So at the end of the day, guess what? All the other nations are going to slavery under us. Believe it or not, yes. See, when people talk about going to heaven, they don't really know what they're talking about. See, the kingdom of heaven is going to be here on earth, and the Israelites is going to be ruling, and the other nations are going to be up under us. That's why the Lord said, I'm going to take your children, I'm going to sell it to them. And when you read, bro, go to Isaiah 14. Yeah, you should like that. When we heard that, we said, oh, man. When we first heard it, we said, oh, man, that don't sound right, man. That's not Christian-like.
Hey.
But then we got to understand, we said, yo,
man.
exactly. Exactly.
It's gonna turn back around to how it was
Exactly.
in the beginning.
Thank you very much. In the beginning. In the beginning. Because the Lord said he always made for the other nations to be for us.
Right.
Right? Whatever talents they got is supposed to be for our benefit. Right? Come on.
The book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
So the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. That's us. Right? Because we had to go through this slavery because we didn't listen to the Lord. We didn't keep the commandments of God. And we said we was, exactly, so we got our punishment. But now that punishment is done, I mean, we still going through it, but it's the last part of it.
Right.
The Lord said, y'all got to come back.
We serving our sentence.
Absolutely. Come on.
I got you.
And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right. So the Lord said, I'm going to set them back in their own land. So how we going to go back in the land if there ain't some kind of situation to make them people come up out of the land?
Bring it out.
It ain't no way in the world. You can't just go and say, hey, how y'all doing, man? Oh, we just found out that we the Israelites. Can we have Israel back? That's
They finna bomb it all up and all
what,
that shit.
exactly,
Everybody-
what land on earth ever gave up? Like, no. Somebody got to fight. Somebody got to go.
Right.
Somebody got to win and somebody got to lose.
Right.
And that's what the Lord is showing you. So right now what we're watching is the beginning.
Something got to die in order for something to
Exactly.
be born.
That's
And
right.
live.
The Lord said in order for us to come back up, somebody got to get destroyed and we got to live. That's just the way it is. All right, come on.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
So the Israelites, we're going to take those people and bring them to their place. Watch this.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Heard that? The Lord, we're going to possess the other nations in Israel, in the land of the Lord, in the kingdom, though. Not like how it is now. We ain't going there now. For servants and handmaids. They're going to be serving us. Yes, absolutely. Just like how we did, we whipped on the back. The Lord also said that we're going to do double to them what they did to us. Could you imagine that? We went through a lot.
Yeah, because you know what we're going to do?
Yeah.
We've been plantations together.
That's right. And the Lord said, guess what? Y'all wouldn't even do it on your own. He said, I got to put my fury on you for you to see. Because we don't really know what happened. But the Lord took that out of our remembrance. But once he cut that switch on, and you're going to be like, oh, sure, I remember that. Oh, you're going to be all in. You're going to be all in. But come on, read.
For servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest for thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
That's it.
And that's also too like with the prison system too, right?
With the prison
Like,
system?
like it's going instead of us being the minorities in the prison,
We're not going to be in prison at all.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We ain't going to be involved in no type of sin whatsoever.
Captivity, that's like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no,
in
absolutely.
prison, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What you got? All right, come on.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 10.
Start at 9.
Verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Heard that? He who leadeth people into captivity, he himself shall go into captivity, right? Come on.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Now, y'all heard that. We heard that our whole lives. But we always thought of it as just us as an individual. We out here shooting, that means somebody going to get us.
So it's basically if you got a little youngster going to rob somebody and he ends up
Right.
going to jail for it,
Right.
then technically that's your punishment.
Well, yes, but hold on. I'm talking about a sword, right? He who killed with the sword must die by the sword, right? So we thinking it's on a personal note, and it is. The Lord don't like that. He don't deal with no murder. You a murderer, the Lord gonna deal with you in some form, right? But he's talking about on a nation level,
Right.
because Esau, the so-called white man, does he not have a military base in every damn country?
Bring it out.
That's what he was. We're gonna get that, matter of fact. We're gonna read this part and we're gonna jump to that just to show y'all, make y'all know that it's not nothing personal from us, right? Come on.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
You heard that? The Lord said, if you're a saint of God, that this is your patience and the faith. This is what you waiting for. We waiting for this man's demise, bro. We waiting for him to fall. We watching it. We're sitting there. That's why we're not gonna get involved politically. We don't have no political dog in this fight. Oh, yo, leave Israel alone. You shouldn't do. Oh, Palestine. Bro, we don't got nothing to do with that. We just sitting back like this, watching, reading and watching and teaching and waiting. That's all. That's our job. Not to get involved in that madness right there. You know what? Hold that. Give me Genesis 37. I want to show them about the so-called white man having all his swords, his weaponry. All right? Because this is something that the Lord, and I'm going to tell y'all this. This is something that God gave him as a blessing. You don't notice how this man always coming up with something? He came up with the nuclear bomb. He came up with all kind of weapons. He come up with all kind of systems. The so-called white man. That's him. He's a weapons guy. He's a weapons guy. But that was something that was given to him as a blessing. Watch this.
Genesis 27, verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Now, Esau, that's the so-called white man. That's his biblical name, Esau. He went to his father and said, listen, I need a blessing, because he had already gave our forefather a blessing. And that was the best blessing. So he went crying to him saying, yo, you ain't got nothing left for me? He said, I got something for you. Come on.
Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
So he's telling them, you're going to have the best places on the earth. Does he not? Is not all his neighborhoods in the best possible areas? Even in other countries, you go and you're like, man, this place is crazy. What? The white man own this. How you own in Africa? He own in Africa, China, wherever he got his hands is at. Right? The Lord said that, yeah, that's what you're going to have. Come on.
And of the dew of heaven from above. Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
And what?
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
And he said, by your sword shall you live. That's how he lives. He goes and conquers and takes over. That's why when we read in Revelation, it said, he that liveth by the sword, he that killeth by the sword, shall be killed by the sword. God is talking to this man. That's who he's talking to. So we need to know that. That's why we said earlier, we got to be sober, bro. We got to pay attention to what's going on out here.
Right.
We got to pay attention and stay right.
The rulers of America, basically, that's what the enemy
He got the
is.
rulership of America. He got the rulership of the world. He got the rulership of the world.
They're
Come
going
on.
over there taking spots now.
And by thy sword shalt thou live and serve, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. And then he said to Esau, he said, listen, once you get the dominion, you're going to break the yoke from your brother, because us, we were controlling him at one time. He was under us. But once he started moving and shaking and getting his thing together,
Broke free.
right. And that was in a time when it was known as the Renaissance period, back in Spain. When we went into slavery, that's when the white man came into power, for real. Okay. He was into power before when he was with Rome. Then we knocked him out the box, right? Because y'all know that the last 8 emperors of Rome was Israelites. All right, you had Septimius Severus, who is in that movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe. That character Russell Crowe is playing is supposed to be a black. It's supposed to be a brother. Yeah, Septimius Severus. They called him Maximus Aurelius, but his name is really Septimius Severus. Right, a brother. And from there, he ruled, and all his sons and the people, they ruled for a while, and then Rome fell.
You said
then,
ruling? That means so that they was like a god on earth?
Yeah, he was the king. He was the what they call a Caesar. Yeah.
So people worship him and shit?
Now, it ain't about worshiping him. He's the king of the spot.
Oh, like he's like a leader.
He's the leader.
He was basically
Just-
like the president back then.
Thank you very much. That is the
That's better
perfect,
to put it,
because
yeah.
that's actually, they did have that set up. They
Cause I'm
actually had
thinking
that
like,
set up to score president.
I'm like, what, that gang or something? Like,
No, bro. You ain't never seen a movie? You never seen a movie of
I don't like
UIC Gladiator?
I don't like the type of movies.
Okay.
Don't get my attention.
That's just,
All right.
That's just like basically
I never got educated.
the whole United States. She say, oh, yeah, bam. He over the whole,
Exactly.
He over the whole.
Yeah, he was over the whole thing.
And then going to other places, taking over that
Right,
side
and
too.
he was an Israelite, so he knew that, right? So then all his people, all our people, they was ruling. We was wicked as hell at the time, but we were still ruling. Then our people ruled Europe for 1,000 years and change. All of the artwork from that time, when we were in the castles and the white man was coming up to fight us and all of that. Bro, we've been having beef with this man since the womb.
Right.
That's what y'all don't understand. Since the
Yeah,
womb.
I don't understand. They
All right.
teach me that.
Yeah. Watch this. Go to Genesis 25. Let me show y'all that real quick.
Diamonds, all that shit.
Yup.
Ivory, everything.
Y'all don't recognize wherever we at, he gotta be there?
Yeah.
Let me show y'all something real quick, right? If you go through all the dynasties and all of the kingdoms that's ruling in the earth, that have ruled, we were the people that were there making it happen.
Bring it out.
You understand? Even in Rome, when Rome was at its height, in Greek, we were there.
Right.
As slaves, so to speak. When we got out from there, then there were no more. Same thing when we was in Africa heavy, that's when you had the Songay Empire, you had the Timbuktu Library, all these great things. That was our people was there. When we left up out of there, went down. Guess where we came next that blew up?
What?
There you go, America.
Oh.
The only reason America's on the top is because we sitting here. Because we sitting here. And that's why the Lord said, I'm going to smash America. America's getting destroyed, y'all.
That's like that
Yeah, that's
shit.
the devil's land.
That's like that shit that what's his name said, Akon.
What's up?
I was watching the thing with him and Wycliffe,
Oh, yes,
and they
yes.
were talking, and he was like, man, and Akon said some shit, and it made sense to me when I thought about it. He was like, dude, if you think if all blacks over here, all the wealthy, the athletes, the movie stars, everybody with money, even regular people that's working, if everybody just pack up and cut and go to Africa,
Oh, man,
this
yeah,
motherfucker crump.
Yeah, I believe
And
that.
I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, damn, I'm like, okay, I'm like, shit.
It's over.
All
Yeah,
these
you're not
big
diving off of
companies, all these big
Exactly. Think about the cities, bro.
flowers, the candy bag,
Yup.
all this shit. Black people invented all this shit.
Yeah,
White folks
exactly.
invented
No, you
alcohol,
100%
all
with
that
that, bro. Think about it. Look at all the big cities. New York City, Chicago, right? San Francisco, Oakland. I'm talking about all the cities. Miami. Who's the majority in them cities?
shit. Get out.
Us.
They
That's how them
profit.
cities are standing.
They profit off our
If we
shit.
not there, it's over. They know that. That's why I remember before when they said, oh, why when they let us out of slavery, they just put us on boats and send us back? Why they didn't send us back? Because like you said, we invented everything, bro. We are the merchandise here. That's why the Lord said, you took my gold and my silver? Because we are the precious things. Without us, man, ain't nothing popping on earth. That's why the Lord said, yo, y'all are the salt of the earth. And if you lose your savor, then the earth ain't got no flavor. This is what was in the Bible. Go ahead, come on.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
So now we talking about the birth of Jacob and Esau, of our people and the so-called white man. Our forefathers were twins together in the womb, right? That's why they said the baby struggled together inside of her. Bro, they was already fighting in the womb. The Lord had already set that up like, yo, these two right. And watch how he says it. Watch.
And she said, if it be so, why?
Stop, read that part again. I don't want to miss it.
And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Because she's saying, Lord, I couldn't have no children. Now you give me this blessing of children, and these babies is fighting inside of me. What's going on? Read.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
To what?
2 nations.
He told her straight up, you got 2 different types of people inside of you right now. Read.
2 nations are in thy womb, And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
They shall be put together.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
The Lord said these two different nations, they're two different types of people. They're going to be separated from your bowels. Separated. They're not the same.
Right.
And y'all know that. Listen, y'all have come across white people. Y'all been cool with them and everything like that. We ain't talking about that. But our mentalities are totally different from theirs. Yeah, exactly. Our food choices are totally different from theirs.
Yeah, they don't season their food,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Everything is different because the Lord already said that from the beginning. These guys right here, they not like you. Watch this.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And the one people shall be stronger than other people. Right? Y'all know who that is. Come on.
Kills them, the son builds
And
us
the
up.
elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall serve the younger. And the reason that was said is because Esau, the so-called white man, was born first. So God is telling you from the beginning, these people is going to serve the other people, which is us. But we didn't know exactly what that meant, but that was going to be way into the future, right? Come on.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Right. She had twins in her womb, right? Come on.
Verse 25. And the first came out red all over, like in hairy garments.
Oh, shit, one white, one black?
Oh, you on it, bro. You on it.
Bring it out.
You on it. You caught it immediately. All praises. That is beautiful. As soon as you heard red and hairy, you already know that's the white man. Because that's how they look. They're red and hairy. Remember something, y'all.
So
God
Jacob
never
the white
called.
man and Esau was the black man?
No, Esau's the white man.
Okay, I got it back.
Remember, God never called them white people.
Right.
They called themselves white people. They are red.
Caucasian, right?
They red.
Red?
Yep, they're red. The
Redneck,
reason they're
redneck.
called Caucasians is for a good reason. Because they're from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. That's where
Right.
he was at. We're going to get that. That's in the Bible, bro. We're going to get it. We're going to get it.
And the first came out red all over, like in hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau. He was red and hairy. Red all over. Here we go. Very good. Come on.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold.
Oh, whoa. He said after that came his brother. But they never described the brother.
Right.
Why not? Exactly. Because everybody on the earth was that color.
That's right.
Even the
Okay, I got you.
everybody was that color, bro. Even the so-called who you know today as the Chinese, Japanese, and all that, they was all dark skinned in the beginning.
Right.
So this was the first appearance of
Red
somebody
man.
who looked totally different. Red, like a hairy garment.
But
Come on.
he wasn't, was it, could it be that he was black, but he was just a redhead?
No.
Bruh.
Like albino?
Okay, let me ask you
You know
this.
what I mean?
What's the name of this book? Read it.
Genesis.
The book of Genesis. You know what this means? The beginning of nations, bro. All the nations that we know today have come out in the book of Genesis, have been discussed. Like so-called Chinese, their ancient name is Moab. Japanese, Ammon. All that is in here.
Right.
The Arabs, Ishmael. And all of the sons broken down. So all of the nations, this is the beginning of nations, the beginning of time and the beginning of the not time of God, but the beginning of time on earth. Exactly. Right? So that's what that's dealing with. So yes, a new nation into the earth in the form of Esau. Right? And that nation is going to be known as the Edomites. Then later on became what? White people.
Come on back to the hood now. I
Right.
fit the house up, but now you gotta pay way more.
Pay more, yeah.
Exactly. And now
Yeah,
they
right,
got the money
right.
coming from the government to hit you up and hit them up. Bro, it's a whole, but that's perfect what you said. And this is how we started. Before you came, we was talking about how the law, they set up the law to put us in a trick bag.
Right.
That's how they got it. That's why the Lord said to be sober. You know what I mean?
Nah, for
You
sure.
can take a little drink here and there because the Bible is not against that.
Once you-
But
once
getting
you-
high, the Lord said don't do that
Once you're
because
under
your mind
substance,
ain't right.
You are
ain't gonna be able to
vulnerable to
think.
being
Movie
controlled.
called The
Exactly.
Jones Plantation.
That's what the
Y'all
thoughts.
should watch
Tell
that.
me about that.
The movie called The Jones
The
Plantation.
Jones Plantation. I'm gonna check that out. And what's going on in there?
It's basically they got how the slaves is like the slaves they basically rebelling. So they got this one slick dude,
Yeah.
one slick brother. He done got his free papers whatever, but he going around teaching white dudes how to con the black people and being cool and staying slaves. And how to keep them in debt and you know what I'm saying? And like he tell them all, oh, okay, I bought the plantation from dude, all y'all free now. But y'all don't work for him no more, y'all work for me. But I'm gonna leave him in charge. So he gonna make sure everything run right. So So we gonna set up. We got this money system set up to where y'all get paid, but y'all gotta come buy all y'all supplies from us, and you gotta buy your free papers.
Wow.
So when they get when somebody get their papers and they tell them they gone, they end up getting killed. Right. They tell them, oh yeah, you gonna be free, but if you get caught out there, once you get off this property, you get caught. They don't tell them what's gonna happen to you.
You see what I'm saying? but you see, that be the enemy of our people. Because in the Bible, they call that a taskmaster. That's what happened to us when we was in Egypt. What they did, they came around to certain of us and made us the boss over the rest of us. And then so now, guess what we doing? We looking at each other as the enemy. We're not seeing him no more.
Once you wake up and not see the other brother as an enemy,
that's the point.
A target, big time target.
Exactly. That's why when I asked the brother about the enemy, the first thing he said was, yeah, you know, if I shoot you, you gonna pray for me? Right away, he's letting me know he sees each us as his enemy. He didn't even recognize. Exactly. And that's what the Lord is trying to show us now, that we gotta have love for one another. That's why we out here.
You gotta love yourself first before you love another.
Well, you're gonna do that once you find out who the hell you are.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you gonna honor your people. You gonna honor your people.
Sir.
You know? We done with that? All right.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Right. So that war been going on, bro. So now, what? We seeing a war between what's the Palestinians and the Israelis, right? So we showed that part. Now go to 2nd Esdras. Well, you had something in Jeremiah 50, you said, right?
Oh, yeah, 50:33.
Yeah, come on.
Is America over there too helping them?
Of course.
Yes.
America is Israel.
Bring it out.
You know what I mean? Yeah, come on.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
You heard that? God said that when we got took into captivity, meaning the whole 12 tribes, wherever we was at, the people refused to let us go. That's how come I asked you before. I said, yo, how come they never let us go? They can't. Because they need us here, bro.
Get out.
They need us. Without us, nothing gets done. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing getting done. You know? You got what I want?
That's like having a car with no motor.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Even when you look at the smallest things, look at the smallest things like music and all that. They look to us to see what's going to happen next. The whole music world is based on what we are doing. You go to any country in the world, Japan, I don't care what it is, they're going to turn their hat backwards. They're going to try to get an afro. They're going to try to walk. They're going to try, whatever we doing, they're going to try to do it. Now, they might say, well, listen, we do hard rock music, heavy metal. Y'all don't do that. We started that.
Bring it out.
You had Jimi Hendrix and them. They're the ones that started that. Yeah, exactly. You had even Chuck Berry and them got, they started the way they was playing. The white man took that and because of how his mentality is, the Beatles, exactly. And the Beatles even tell you straight up that they base their music on the brothers. They'll tell you straight.
Earlier, you said
Exactly.
that. I remember you come back to us.
Exactly. And hold this. I want to get what the brother said. Give me Revelation 1
You
and
know
3.
how to fight,
Watch
you
this.
know, and protect yourself first.
Because the brother said something that hit home. Watch this.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
You heard that? It said, blessed is he that readeth. You got to read. Blessed is he that readeth. But watch this.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
Right. So we hearing the words of the prophecy, we read it. We hearing the words of the prophecy, and now we're going to do what? We're going to keep them commandments so we can be on the right side when the Lord returns. That's what it's saying. All right, go ahead. Go back. 2nd Esdras. Perfect.
2nd Esdras 15 and verse 29.
Go to 28.
Verse 28. Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
Right, so it's calling them the dragons of Arabia, right? Meaning the Arabs. They're going to come out with many chariots, many war machines, right? Now you're seeing it. First, the Palestinians. But now you got the other Arab nations that's coming out and saying, hold up. Y'all can't be doing that. Now they stepping up in there. They putting their foot forward. Yemen and all of that. They shooting little rockets like, yo, we got their back. It's happening slowly but surely. Come on.
And a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
That's right.
Also the Carmanians raging in wrath.
So the Carmanians is really the Iranians, right? So the Iranians, they're really Persians. They're not really Arabs per se, but they link up with the Arabs. And it's saying with them now, they coming in. They're like, nah, Israel ain't gonna do that. They already swore that they're going to destroy Israel and America already. Years ago. So now they can't wait for this time. Come on.
Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
Right. The land of the Assyrians is talking about the so-called white man right there. All right? Meaning they're going to do what? They're going to destroy all where these white people is at. But mainly America, Israel. Mainly. Come on.
Verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Stop. It said the dragons, meaning the Arabians, they're going to have the upper hand. It says because they're going to remember their nature. Now you might say, what is their nature? Go give me that. Look what the Lord said about them. Let's see if you agree. Watch this, y'all. This book right here is the true book. I'm telling y'all, brothers. Y'all got to follow us and then finally come see us. Watch this. This King James Version. Yes, sir.
Genesis chapter 16 and verse 11. 16 and 11. Genesis 16, verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael.
And shall call his name Ishmael. That's the father of all the Arabs. Come on.
Because the Lord hath heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man.
The Lord said he's going to be a wild man. Is he not a wild man? Who you know strapping bombs and running into a place? Nobody's doing that, bro. The Lord said he's going to be a wild man. Read.
And he shall be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
Right, he said his hand going to be against every man and every man's hand against him because he's fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got some, who own this store? Y'all got some Arabs. I don't know if y'all got Arabs owning these stores, right? Right. But in New York, it's heavy. They own like mostly every corner store. Yeah. And they be going in. So when they first came through, right, when they first came through to Brooklyn and all that, they come through with their pictures, with their guns, and they'll post it up, all their machine guns and all, you know, their kids with guns. They'll post that up. We coming in the store like, oh, yeah, with that. Oh, yes, my friend, my friend. Yeah. They wild, bro. That's why I said they are a wild man. Read that again, bro.
And he will be a wild man, and his hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. And he shall dwell in the presence of his brethren.
And he shall dwell in the presence of his brethren. Because when you look at the Arabs, all their countries are right around each other. They ain't got a bunch over there. But he going to dwell in the presence of his brethren. Even though they fight each other, when that time comes, that's why I said they're going to remember their nature. Because now, a lot of them is rich as hell now from that oil. They very, very rich. That was something that the Lord gave them in the scriptures when we keep reading that, right? They became very rich. So the Lord said, no, they're going to remember their nature, meaning the politics and all that, they're going to throw it to the side. They're going to say, wait a minute. Oh, no, hell no. You ain't going to do that to my brother. We going in. All right? So go back. Watch this.
Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall return, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them. And in their host shall be fear, and dread, and strife among their kings.
Right. So meaning that what? That war's going to start between the Arabs and the so-called white men. And it's already kicking off. You got the Israelis, right? The so-called Jewish people. And then you got America behind them. Then you got Palestine with their people behind them. And you even got Russia, all right? And you even got Russia backing up the Arabs. Yeah, that's a whole other format. That's a whole other thing that's going to happen. Okay, Russia and America, they will not be friends, bro. They will not be friends. So this is what we seeing, my brother. Hey. Yes, sir, bro. All right. Yo, thanks for your time, right?
Hey, I love talking with y'all, bro.
All praises, man. It's good to talk with you, bro. You got a flyer?
Yeah, I got one.
Yo, keep watching us, bro. For real. All praises.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
Here's one